FSCD Forms Series, Record of Services Provided. Welcome to FSCD's Record of Service Provided form tutorial. This video is for families that have a current FSCD agreement. It is very important that all Albertans who are benefited from any of the programs offered by the province follow the rules of the Financial Administration Act, which mandates families to keep records of all funds received from the Government of Alberta for 7 years. This means that you will need to keep a record showing how you used any FSCD funds. It is essential that the records you keep include specific information and that you provided them to FSCD when asked. To make this easier, the FSCD program provides specific forms that families can use to track their expenses. In this short video, you will learn about the Record of Services Provided form, including why and when it must be used, where to find it, how to fill it out. You should use the Record of Services Provided, ROSP, anytime you hire a private provider. The form may also be used if you hire a private agency. Please, fill out one form for each service provider or private agency you hire. A private provider is an individual, a person, that you hire to provide any disability-related services to your child or children with an FSCD agreement. For example, you hired your neighbor to provide respite services for a few hours during the week so you could get some groceries and take care of the chores in your house while your neighbor takes care of your child. This form can also be used to track disability-related expenses with a private agency. A private agency, in FSCD, is any organization, not a person, that you hire to provide disability-related services and that you pay from your own pocket and will later ask the FSCD program to be reimbursed for. This means that this private agency you hired will not bill the FSCD program directly. Instead, they will bill you, which is why you pay them and after can request the reimbursement from the FSCD program. Be aware that the invoice or receipt issued by private agencies will usually have a detailed description of the services provided to you. When that is the case, you do not have to use this form to track these expenses. You must simply keep the receipt as part of your records and provide it to FSCD when requested. When completing this form, you must make sure that all the information provided is accurate. This form is sent to the parent or guardian as an attachment to the welcome email from their designated FSCD contact. It is also part of a document called Family Information Package, sent to the parent or guardian after a first phone call with one of our team members. The parent or guardian can also request the form directly to a designated FSCD contact at any point in time. If you are familiar with the location of a local FSCD office, you may visit the office to obtain copies of this form.
The address of all FSCD offices is available online. To find them, open a search page. Type FSCD offices. The link with the addresses should be the first one shown in the search results. Open the link and select the location that is closer to your address and click on Update. The address and phone number for your local FSCD office will be shown here.
You must fill out one of these forms for each private provider you hire or for each private agency you hire. The same form can be used for multiple services provided by the same individual or the same agency. Filling out the form. Fill in the month and year that this form is being completed for. Child's information. Fill in the child's name and file ID number. The child's file ID number is found on their FSCD agreement. Privately hired individuals' information. Fill in the privately hired individual's name, phone number, address, and postal code. Check yes if the individual providing services is related to the child. Remember that the FSCD program requires pre-approval for relatives to provide services for an FSCD child. If the individual providing services is a 16-17-year-old, check this box. Type of service and hours, days worked. Under date, fill in the day of the week and the day of the month. Start and end times. For hourly services, the start and end time reflect when the privately hired individual provided the service. For 24-hour respite, indicate on one line the date and start time of the 24-hour respite services, and on the next line the date and the end time of the respite services. After that, At the end of the line, under the column 24-hour respite, indicate the number of days in the same line where the end time is recorded. If a service is paid monthly, fill in the daily start and end times for the service. Fill in the total number of hours, days under the appropriate type of service. If two types of services are provided on the same day, complete two separate lines, adding one service per line. At the bottom of the column for each service, enter the total hours or days for each of them. Enter the wage per hour, per day, per week, or per month for each service that was paid to the privately hired individual. Remember, all the rates or wages used must be based on the current FSCD agreement that the parent or guardian has in effect with the FSCD program. The final step is to collect the signatures from the privately hired individual and from the parent or guardian. Thank you for watching this video.